Greetings, Performance Reviews, where I give you the review from the technician's point of view. And today I have the very best of the best. I have a Vacuflo Db10 Max power unit. Now this came out earlier in 2025, and what this is a dual motor Vacuflo that prioritizes airflow and water lift. So we're going to unbox it today, we're going to test it and see what the numbers are and kind of give you an idea of what you're getting. Now, despite the pricing on this, the box is so plain Jane, it's criminal. At least it feels like a crime. I cannot believe for the price of this, all they have done is slap a part number and a serial number sticker on top. This was produced in July 2025. Now, this box is very large. I'm over 6 foot tall, and it's a little bit past halfway up on me. And I wish I had a more average-sized person to demonstrate just how large this is. And then its diameter is about 17 inches. So, you know, it's not quite 2 feet or anything, but it is a big unit. So let's go ahead and see what's inside. So grease this up, or open this up. And the first thing I'm noticing is that right here where the bracket normally is for the other units is empty. We have a small instruction of how to switch its sides. We have that. We have a piece of plastic. Oh my gosh, that is a big boy. All right, that is everything that visibly came in the box. The mufflers, a quick start guide, and a mounting bracket that looks like it belongs on one of their competitions. Further investigation, I notice there are end caps. And why there are end caps blocking this, I don't know. And they are really, I mean, I cannot pull these off by hand on there. So I'm gonna go get some tools. So these are the exhaust, and I don't know why, again, they chose to put these pieces of PVC over the exhaust, but they are over the exhaust, so we're gonna pull them off. So, yeah, that's how on there these caps are, is that the exhaust for the motor has now wiggled itself loose. Well, I guess now at this point we're going to have to reattach that. So, let's go ahead and pop the hood of this bad boy and see what's inside. That is very thick sound deadening. It's almost 2 inches thick. And again, this continues, there's sound deadening everywhere, which is something I really like about Vacuflo. All right, so that has been repositioned, and you can see those glorious motors right there. Inside, everything's nice and tidy. We've got quick disconnects from the circuit board to the switches to the motors. There's only one screw holding the motor down, but that's all right. It's not like this is something portable. So kind of cool to see something apart in an unboxing. It's a shame that this came loose, but Vacuflo, stop doing those caps. Just put a piece of foam there. All right, now that we have it back together, I want to show where the rest of the accessories and stuff are. They're in the bin. The bin just comes off with these two latches, and there's already a bag in there. But what they've included is an extra bag and some hose clamps and various things like that. Now, this is all the extras that come in the box. You have 2 mufflers, a spare bag, some hose clamps and mounting hardware, a mounting bracket with screws and mollies, and a quick start guide. All right, we have the unit hooked up right now, and we're gonna give it an initial test. Now, the carbon brushes aren't worn in, so that means you probably will see a 5 to 10% bump once this unit's worn in. About 105 sealed suction. About 80 inches of working vacuum. Well, those are interesting numbers. They're not the highest by far. That's not what this machine is chasing. This machine with the dual motor setup that prioritizes airflow is designed to do a large volume, which means if you have a 10,000 square foot house, this will actually suck up the stuff through the pipes efficiently and take up the extra slack and volume that all that extra piping would have in a house. As a thought experiment, I ran the system for about 30 minutes to see if I can get the carbon brushes to wear in a little bit more, to see if those numbers would change. Let's find out. Well, the numbers have not changed, and there is an air relief valve on the system. Right where it says, do not remove valve, I have adjusted this all the way so that it won't open in an attempt to try to get proper vacuum numbers from this. Now, in the literature, this machine claims it will have 150 inches sealed. That is not the case. We're getting barely over 100 here, a mile above sea level. And this particular unit is supposed to live at about 9,000 feet. Should you buy a DB10 Max? I think the answer is subjective. It really depends on your house. I'm going to say for most houses that aren't super big mansions that the DB8000 actually exceeds these numbers usually for us, at least here when we're doing a mile above sea level installations. I would love to test this thing at sea level in some place like Ohio where it's made, see what the numbers are. But here above sea level, its application is going to be limited. I will say the sound insulation is a huge improvement over the other units that are on the market that are dual motor like this. The other thing is that the bag system is superior to those units. Just want to give an example of this HEPA bag, and it's got a 4 lug and it rotates 45 degrees, and then you remove it and put the sticker over it. This bag is a very proven design, and I really prefer it to some of the other bag systems like MD or like Beam you used to use. My opinion on this is it's going to be real subjective. The quality of Vacuflo is second to none, and the good news is once you install this, this will be around probably for the rest of your life. Well, thanks for watching. Big thank you to our Patreons for helping make this sort of content happen. You don't see a lot of central vacuum content on YouTube. It's expensive to make. Really appreciate our Patreons helping us out with that. Have yourself a wonderful day.